What's up and welcome back. Happy Tuesday. We're live with another episode of Tuesday Tips and Tricks. I'm Max at WeVideo, your host. And as always, today we've got another hot topic we're going to be going over. This is going to be a fun one. Today we're going to be going over how to turn a slides presentation into a video. There's a number of ways you can do this. We're going to go over all of them. And this is a pretty cool topic because it's appropriate to both sides of our communities, education community, anyone who's working on a school project, teachers, students who maybe are afraid of public presentations can alternatively usually make a video. This is a good alternative for them. And then on the business side, anyone who regularly makes PowerPoint presentations, Google Slides presentations, this is a fun way to spice things up, liven it up with a video. Before we get started, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, as well as hit the bell in the top right corner so you don't miss a beat and get an update with all of our new upcoming shows. And we also have our WeVideo landing page for Tuesday Tips and Tricks. post the link in the comments section. And for all our viewers, please let us know where you're watching from, as well as provide any questions you'd like to have answered. We'll get to them throughout the show. With that, let's bring on our co-host, Tyler Wall.
What is good, Big Max? Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Ready to get into some slide presentations? I've got one set up right here, and
Let's
let's
do it.
Sweet. All right, so we've got a demo slide presentation for you guys today, and we're going to show you how you can make a video to go along with this. Maybe you need to send this out post-meeting. Maybe you just need to share this with your company, or I don't know, what are some other use cases, Max?
Yeah, like we said kind of earlier, any students who are working on group projects, I know back in the day when I was in high school, there was always an option for school projects. Instead of doing like the public presentation in front of the class, you could alternatively make a video and play that instead.
Always choose the video. Much easier.
And yeah, I wish WeVideo was available back then.
Right?
Dating myself, but yeah. So there's a number of ways you can turn a slides presentation into a video. And I think each kind of have their merits when the best time is kind of suiting for that. What we're going to do first is we're going to show how to import all of your slides from your presentation into WeVideo. This is helpful if you want to add basically an animation between each of the different slides, or if you want to actually add a video in between them. Alternatively, probably the easiest way is to just record yourself and your screen while you go through your slide deck on your computer.
Right. So the first way we're going to show you is a little bit more manual, but you have a lot more customization of your video at the end of the day. So we'll show you a couple ways to do it, as Max mentioned. The screen capture and web recording is also a great way to do this as well. So
exactly.
All right, so we've got a Google slide deck here.
Yep.
This was a slide presentation that our producer, Patrick, shout out Patrick, set up for a little workshop going over, best practices in creating videos at home. So we've got a lot of slides here. And Max, you want to tell them about the plugins?
Yeah, so kind of backstory, the first thing that you need to do is obviously import your entire slides presentation into WeVideo. And to do this, you're going to want to have each slide as an image. If you have a short slideshow, it's probably pretty simple to just right-click each slide and save it as an image. However, if you've got a pretty long deck like we do in this instance, it helps to use a free plugin. So today we're going to be using a free plugin, and to do this, we're going to go into add-ons, and then we're going to search for Slides Toolbox. You won't have this by default, so you'll have to click Get Add-ons, which is right below that, and then search Slides Toolbox. Download it. It's completely free.
Yeah, it looks like this, just as a reference. So if you don't have that yet.
And then once that's installed, then you can access it by just going to add-ons and then clicking Slides Toolbox. From here, I'm going to open it. And then we're going to go to Export Tools on the side menu there. And then you're going to want to export the files as images. So you can choose either JPEG or PNG. Either works.
Yeah, let's go with JPEG.
Perfect.
So it's going to download for us.
Yep. And this is going to download all of your slides as a zip file. So the next step, and I think we kind of streamlined this process a bit. The next step is to go find that zip file in your downloads, unzip it, and then that will download each of the individual slides as an image.
Right. So we actually loaded this presentation already just for our workflow here today. But if you were to import, it's very simple. We can go over that real quick. Just hit your import section, browse to select, or drag and drop your files into this screen here, and your presentation will be loaded as JPEGs.
Perfect.
Great. So now we have our slide loaded. You're going to want to grab all these images and drag them into one of your video tracks.
Yeah, so kind of notice Tyler just selected all and dragged them all at once. Super convenient there. And then you can actually set the allotted time for each slide right here.
Yeah, this window here, when you drag multiple photos into your timeline, it's going to pop up and ask you if you want to do a Ken Burns effect. So you can see here, we don't want that for our application today. So I'm going to uncheck that box. And then it's also going to ask you how long you want each one of these images to be on your timeline in seconds or frames. So we'll go with, let's say 7.
Yeah, that's probably on the shorter end, depending on your slides. If you have a lot, then maybe not. But
Yeah, it depends on how fast you talk, how quick these slides you need, how much information's on the slides, right?
yeah,
So we may need to go into this timeline and adjust some of these that have more bullet points so that we have more time to narrate.
and that's definitely kind of the beauty of doing it this way is you have a lot of freedom to make adjustments here, as well as adding in other video elements to your story.
Yeah, it gives you that customization that, sometimes when doing things live, it's a little bit more difficult to get perfection, right? Uh,
Exactly.
you see me and Max stumbling over our words sometimes, but this allows you to get exactly what you want on to your video.
Exactly.
Great.
So
So,
after you've got your slides in, next step is to add the audio portion.
all right. So this is really simple as well. You can see this narration quick tool up here. You're just going to click that. It will ask you to allow the microphone on your computer. To access that, just click allow, and then you're simply going to click the record button and you'll get a short countdown. All right, so once this countdown is complete, it's going to start recording. So this is where I would start narrating and talking about the different slides. As you can see in the preview window, it's actually playing from where I had that playhead in the timeline. So this seems like it's a little bit quick. If we wanted to, we could go ahead and stop this recording, say it was too quick, and we notice the slides are moving too fast. You can preview it here. You could record again, or you can cancel and go in and make adjustments accordingly.
Exactly. And then alternatively, you could even go to your actual slide deck and then just move from one slide to another as you narrate. And WeVideo will still be recording in the background.
Right. Yeah, that's a great tip. You could switch tabs and you still have WeVideo recording.
And then obviously once you're finished, you stop recording, and then that will generate an audio file, at which point you could drag that onto your timeline and then make adjustments to the slides as needed.
Yeah, let's show you what that looks like. It's going to actually auto-populate into your narration tab. So just do a quick recording here for my slide presentation, WeVideo video creation at home. Okay, so once we save this, watch, it'll just auto-populate, so you don't even have to worry about placing that audio track. It's going to populate down here and line up with that preview that you're watching as you record. So super useful, super easy to do. And since we are in the WeVideo editor now, we can, we have full customization of titles. We could add titles to this upper track here. We can, do a ton of different things to manipulate, add in stickers or text, whatever you want to really make this slide presentation stand out.
Yeah, adding a motion title to the beginning and end are a nice touch, as well as maybe background music at certain points. And then obviously there's the whole library of transitions, which were always kind of cool to see during PowerPoint presentations.
Yeah, you could get really fancy and do some of these.
So one
more
thing that I think it
phones.
might be worth showing, Tyler, is if someone needs to make an edit to, let's say, one of the middle slides and make that longer, how you would do it in as few steps as possible.
Yeah, that's a great question. So let's say on this slide, we need more time to talk. Because when you start a recording within WeVideo, this window will pop up at the bottom of your screen. This is just the way to stop sharing. If you hide this window, it's going to go down as a Chrome tab down here. So a lot of times people will lose track of where that is. Just keep in mind that's where it will head to. There we go. Got it
That's a
again.
helpful hint right there. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's easy to lose track of that. Just check down where your Chrome tab is and you'll find it if you hit this hide button. All right. So stop sharing, and then immediately. Oh, you know what? It's still recording, so I want to actually.
All good. And that's also like another kind of beauty of
Yeah.
doing this in a video editing platform is once you're done with your full recording, you can then cut the end and the beginning so that there's no choppiness going into the actual bulk of your presentation.
Right. Yeah, so that's another option.
Awesome. So yeah, those are kind of the two main ways you would go about recording a presentation. Do have a question here from Retro Dog. Wants to know the best way to cut videos.
Sure, we can go over that. Let's get back into the editor. All right. To cut videos. Okay, so there's a couple ways to cut different clips within WeVideo. I can show you the different options. First, we have the scissor tool here.
I'm not seeing your screen, Tyler.
Oh, you know what? I think I might have hit. Here, 1 second. I think I might have hid my sharing with StreamYard instead of WeVideo. That's probably what happened.
That makes sense.
I confused myself as well. Okay, 1 second, guys. Sorry for the technical issues.
Here we go.
Okay, yeah. So if you are live streaming and screen recording, keep that in mind. You'll have two of those windows, and that could cause some confusion. All right, so let's hide this.
Yeah, so basic cuts.
Basic cuts. Yeah, it's very easy. You have the scissor tool here on your playhead, so you can click that, and it'll create a split. So that's one way to cut. Or you can use the shortcut S on your keyboard. S for split.
Nice.
And that will, as long as you have this clip selected, it will split the clip at your playhead.
Awesome. And then another question we've had actually quite a few times throughout this week, which I think is worth going over, are specifically for our free users. And if you're watching, would love to know through the chat what type of accounts you guys are using, whether it's free or the unlimited plan, power plan, etc. But this is specifically for our free users, kind of going over what functions in WeVideo are available to you for free. So our motion titles, which is motion text, are specifically available for the paid plans, but there are a few options just for the free users, and I would like to kind of point out how they can access those.
Cool. Yeah, we want to go over some free stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So you can see here, I actually, sorry, you probably saw I was kind of confused there. I stopped the WeVideo recording, so that was still going. But I just wanted to point out, once you stop that screen and web recording, that is also going to auto-populate at the end of your editor here. So this will have the audio that we recorded, and you can move this clip of yourself to wherever you like. So it's a very, very useful way to quickly record a presentation. All right. All right, Max, so I'm in a pro account. Do you, what's the best way? Should I hop into a free account?
No, I mean, you can do this from any account.
Okay.
Kind of got the stuff memorized as far as what's free.
Nice.
So, yeah, for starters, it is completely free to import any of your media. You get 5 minutes of free publishing time a month, and anything you export will have the WeVideo watermark. As far as features that are available to you, all of the transitions, for the most part, are free.
So you can see these here.
Yep.
Preview a couple.
Cool.
Good selection.
And then when it comes to text, just kind of a frequent ask. So at the top, in that first folder on the left, it says motion titles. These are all of our cool animated text options. Bunch of different options here for intros, for subtitles, that sort of thing. Those are premium. Below that, we have the static folder, and this is all of the free stuff,
which is also very useful. I mean,
yeah.
you can animate a lot of this within
Exactly.
WeVideo.
So yeah, you can animate it yourself for free. And to do that, let's just kind of quickly go over that, and then
sure. Yeah, so here's a rolling credits. This is one that gets used quite a bit. Very simple to animate. You can add in any lines as you like here.